VALORANT! Sorry, every time I see the title for this game, it's in all caps. So, I just figured that's the way that the devs intended for you to be talking about their game. This is a game that I really didn't think that I'd be making a video on anytime soon, because I really had no interest in sitting in someone's stream and just saying, "Please sir, might I have some Overwatch Global Offensive?" The other day, however, I was checking my emails, like the adult man that I am, and I found out that the devs were actually yelling at me about their game. I had checked the email like a day late and found out that I had actually gotten the email like a day before, and I really must have gotten one of the last beta invites that this company was even giving out. It really squeaked in there at the last moment I possibly could have. So I gathered up the fellas and I jumped in to see what the hype was truly all about. So, in all of its glory, here is my very first game of VALORANT! Sorry. I'll stop screaming. The one thing I really knew going into this game is that it was practically CSGO with heroes, which meant that I had to jump in with a hero that matched my S-tier skill as a gamer. So naturally, I asked the boys which character was the best.
Click on them.
I think you should go solo.
Nah, fuck solo. Solo's not easy to play. Solo's for fucking.
But he's
Solo's for special big brain boys like Thomas. And
but it's pretty simple. You shoot the
yeah,
arrow.
yeah,
Special big brain.
I will find them.
Yeah, you can
Alright.
top right.
Now, let's get something out of the way really quick. Alright, I'm fully aware that the bar at the top, the overlay that I have for my stream, it covers the faces that show you who's alive on each team. I get that that might bug some of you. There's literally nothing I can do about it now. Honestly, I'm not sure. It's a new overlay. I like the overlay, but I don't know what to do with it if both the top and the bottom of the screen are important to the game. So, I guess I'm sorry. I'll figure it out. But most importantly, we're gonna move on. Anyway, just like that, the game was started. And my first lesson was that a really big difference between this game and Counter-Strike is that there's no warm-up round. It just throws you right in. Just dumps you in there, just naked and afraid. Despite my fear and lack of metaphorical clothing, I found comfort in the fact that I had a teammate, you know, the usual internet fuckery. I had a teammate with a ridiculous name.
you gotta learn what's what and have sex with the hot dudes.
You guys want to hang out with Coochie Flip? Coochie Lips. Oh, that's way better.
Oh, Coochie Lips.
That was pretty good.
I thought it was Coochie Flips. But if you've spent any amount of time on the internet, you know that your teammates giveth, and your teammates taketh away. Any comfort that this man and his pair of Coochie Lips gave me was immediately removed by the fact that literally after the first round, he started bitching at us.
Yeah, I smell like poopies.
At least get the kill.
Who are you talking to?
You were following me, right?
Nope. Nope.
Alright, whoever was.
Yeah, don't fuck up it on Reddit. I'll flame you.
Immediately after this confrontation, the old Coochster had to take a moment on the stairs, pull out his knife, have a little breather, and gather his thoughts so that he could show us shitters what it was truly like to be the best gamer around.
They don't expect me to also be.
This man's seething. Look at him. Nobody's watching any, by the way. This guy's. I mean, they're gonna.
Oh my
come
god,
to
I'm being
you, but
stunned. He missed a stun.
This guy is just AFK,
I
like
agree,
typing
fact,
to his friend about how bad his teammates are.
Already, yeah.
No, dude, he was getting the win with his knife. All right.
Last player
And
standing.
then I'll hold garage. There's Phoenix. Nice.
I see you. I see
Very
you.
smart. Nice.
I see
Very
you.
smart. Why does he stop moving every time he gets pinged?
I don't know.
Honestly, this interaction made me feel right at home. It's incredible how quickly I felt like I was just playing Counter-Strike. But just like the lack of a warm-up round, there was still some key differences between the two games. One of those being the fact that in CS, you're kind of confined to a buy area. You just gotta kind of stand in one place at the beginning of a round and buy whatever you want. In Valorant, they kind of break the map up into halves, and as long as you do it before the round starts, you can buy whatever you want at any part of your team's half of the map. Apparently, this newfound freedom didn't really matter at all. You could catch my team, you know, finding their positions, getting tactically placed, buying all their shit, and then if you looked, you would just find me standing exactly where I spawned, not having moved at all. This next clip I'm gonna point out right away because I don't want this video to boil down to this game is just Counter-Strike, because it's obvious just how inspired this game was by Counter-Strike, and I'd really be hammering a dead horse. This clip doesn't really need any lead up or explanation, so I'm just gonna roll it.
Maybe by an operator because I was trying to op in CS and I missed 2 shots, you know? And they'll swing out mid.
Wait, is that what the sniper's called in this game?
Yeah.
The operator, yeah.
Nice.
Everyone was gonna, I guess they decided everyone's gonna call it the op anyway. Let's
just name it
keep
the op.
Revealing area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called the operator. One of the clear learning curves of this game is the different characters that are in it. I mean, each character has equipment-esque purchasables, they've got a utility that kind of recharges, and they've got an ultimate that also recharges. From what I've read and what I've experienced, you can do this by dying, snatching up these orbs, planting or defusing the spike, and most importantly, taking lives. Now let me show you an example of me using my character's utility to perfection, and how it reminds me of the hunt.
Back in the day.
Yeah, it was a bad decision for sure.
Revealing area. So I've
Uh-oh.
just been using what
Found
I
them.
told you.
Oh, they're towards me,
I have
boys.
Runelight downloaded.
There's at least one.
I think Runelight's worth.
I peeked him with my arrow.
Where are the enemy
I've
combatants?
taken a life.
Oh, they trapped C-Long.
I taste blood.
Keep in mind that your enemies also have utility. I feel like in this game that's easy to forget that you're not just playing a game where you shoot each other. There's more to it than that. And these can range from extremely terrifying
People with its abilities and the gun.
Uh-oh.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, fuck! Shit, oh. I can't see straight.
to simply just very inconvenient.
Yeah, I'm a person who I tagged you with the camera.
Oh my god.
I'm slow.
I'm slow.
Last player standing.
Now, I had a realization while I was writing this video that really made me question myself. So first of all, I'm just gonna roll you this clip.
Like, what should I buy next?
D-boots are what, like 400k or 200k?
Oh, he's... I don't know where that is. He's somewhere. You have a minimap.
My next entire point was going to be the fact that you have like this mini map and it's got a little name that shows you where you are, and somewhere in my brain I decided that this was something that was completely new. It was a new idea that Valorant had come up with, until obviously I remembered that CS does the exact same thing. I have no idea how or why I blacked out this memory. I don't know where it went. I don't know what happened to me, but I would just like to clarify that I had a whole ass moment about this. I looked up old streams, I looked up old videos, I was just looking through CS footage to figure out if this was true, and it was. So, to the CS minimap, I guess I'm sorry. I don't know how I forgot you. Anyway, so this was supposed to be a smaller segment about the lessons that I learned in this game, so we'll just keep the train rolling. So I guess first lesson, if you're gonna jump out of something, mind your knees.
Our Sage died, so I was
okay.
gonna call something else.
There's fall
Window.
damage.
Maybe.
In
Yeah,
case you
there's-
guys didn't know.
Our next lesson is related to teamwork. So what you want to do first is make sure that you're not causing your team to be in any inconvenient situations, and then you want to make sure that you're staying alive and you're contributing.
What's up, dog? Oh, you can block people in this game? Sick.
One C-Long.
Okay. Hello? Are you fucking kidding me? How does that work?
What
I'm
happened?
just blind?
I cannot stress enough the fact that you need to be doing your part.
Colin, I don't know how I feel about your crosshair.
Three for me.
It's a dot like in CS.
No, I don't.
Where's bomb? You have bomb there?
Yeah.
Aim small, miss small, JT.
One enemy remaining.
Holy shit.
Flawless.
Hey, really good teamwork. I just want to tell everyone contributed the same, and we all I definitely fired my gun that round.
And I'm really gonna hammer this in there, all right? Because sometimes your teammates are gonna think that they're playing poorly, but in reality, if you watch the footage back, you're just not really helping them.
One on B.
I suck.
Enemy down.
So, now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the video, the part where we sit crisscross applesauce in a circle and discuss how we feel and what we've learned. First and foremost, I would like to point out that obviously this video just kind of ended up being a comparison from this game to CS. But I mean, come on, just look at it. How do you not? I mean, the major differences are the agents and their abilities. Fun fact, it turns out that they call them agents. The fact that the buy menu is spread out in a wider area, and the fact that there were 3 bomb sites. Wait, did I mention that? Huh. Okay. I guess I didn't. This game has 3 bomb sites. Look, everyone's making those comparisons for a reason. I realized very quickly after I made that point earlier that it's just hard not to talk about this game without talking about Counter-Strike. Whether or not you're going to enjoy Valorant really depends on whether you think that the characters within it are going to change up your experience in a positive way. I mean, if you're someone who thinks that CS just needed this kind of switch up to make it a better game, then great, you're going to be super happy with it. And on the other side, if you're someone who's pretty sick of the operator type gameplay that a lot of games are kind of switching to these days, then you're going to dislike it just as much in this game, and you're better off going and playing Counter-Strike. I really don't think that Valorant is breaking any new ground, but they have made a very functional collage of a bunch of different things from different games. Personally, I'm going to play this game when my friends ask me to. That's really what it boils down to. The major difference between this and CS, because they're going to occupy the same space in my mind, the major difference between the two is going to be who asks me to play what, when. My argument has pretty much always been that, aside from a couple exceptions, if you bring along some fellas or some fellies with an open mind and a good attitude, you're going to enjoy whatever game you turn on. And honestly, this is the hill that I will die on. I believe it to the very bottom of my soul. I mean, you can go look back through old videos. I've been preaching this since I started doing this. Just bring some good friends and you'll have a good time. Plus, the game is free to play, or it's gonna be free to play. So you literally have nothing to lose. I mean, Valorant is just as capable of pissing you off, making you spank your peripherals, or scream into the void as much as any other game. To prove this to you, I've put together a couple clips that didn't quite fit into this video's narrative portion of my friends and I just playing the game and being morons. For anyone who's followed the channel for a little while, it's gonna be kind of similar to the old quality gameplay videos that I used to put together, and honestly it's a series that I've thought about bringing back. It just hasn't quite been the right time or the right occasion, but it is something that I'm interested in. Also, really quick, before we jump into those, I would like to point out that JT was not playing Valorant with us. He was playing RuneScape, and he was just kind of in the voice channel. I got a real kick out of the times that he would just kind of pipe up randomly, so I've sprinkled those in to the clips to kind of give you a very similar experience. So I hope you all enjoy, and you know what? I'm gonna commit to it this time. So, toodaloo.
Oh look, they're down here. No, they're not.
They're not at all.
Tricked.
This is it, dude. This is the strat. It didn't even.
He got stuck on the bomb.
Damn it. Wouldn't have worked anyway, but.
Yeah, I'm out here just making some short bows.
I fucking forgot JT was there.
What the hell?
It was so distant.
One enemy remaining.
Side. Front side. He was blind or what? Is he just dumb?
I think he's just dumb.
Is he staring at that box?
It's 'cause he's just overwhelmed, dude. Alright? He's just having a hard time.
They're walking short A? No?
Maybe. That's what she's
Oh.
pinging.
Hope they walk.
Yeah, there's one short A. I'm gonna rotate early.
Flank.
Oh shit! Oh god!
Hurry up long.
Dude, there was nobody there. There were 30 people there.
Short and long.
Damn it, dude! I should have missed X earlier.
One enemy remaining.
Last one short.
Definitely
Player
short.
standing.
Good.
Watch
How
it,
do I,
baby. Hold that
How
button.
do I
Hold
do
it.
this? Okay.
There you go.
What a crazy W, dude. The most insane clutch.
Jumping out the fucking heaven, dude.
Now flee.
I'm a hero!
Hell yeah. Hit this.
Oh. They
Grenade.
threw a little
Oh,
arrow
pistol.
thing.
That's your ability. Spike on Halo. Oh, they're really just.
area.
They're really all there.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, they're really all there.
Window?
Flawless.
Okay. Good
Hey, good
lips.
teamwork, everyone. I'm over
Hey,
here
Jeff.
participating.
Paige has left the store 5 minutes ago.
Who the fuck is Paige, bro?
Oh, that's the chick bring my pizza.
Odin?
What? What?
They're up
No,
the.
Odin.
Is it short?
Yeah.
Jet smoked
One
tops.
one peeked me short.
Nice shot. If you just want to play backseat site and play my traps.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's not good. That's not
Of
good.
course. Of
Come
course.
to Wyoming.
Close to our
30 seconds left.
Walled it.
LMFA.
Also
Wrong chat. XD. That's a game.
stoned.
He's insane. I also got shot in my back. There's one B and there's one CT.
Oh god.
What the fuck is he doing?
No chance.
This guy puts down a cyber cage and just
Kill the guy?
stands next to him. What the hell?
Have to.
Hovering.
She probably won't.
Cool, bro. I'm just gonna do this.
Going up.
This is dope.
This is dope.
That's
That character's a lot of fun.
gnarly. I don't like the fact
Oh.
that corpos give you less XP.
Yeah, this
than
is cool.
logs you cut to make
Just
them.
push it, bitch.
Oh, you ain't coming
I
back.
think that's actually kind of a disservice.
Really?
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
What? Headshot? Why are the flowers growing on the wood, not in the plot, in the pot? You know, in the plants
In
are
the
here.
plot.
Cause it's a beta, dude. This isn't
a
it's
beta.
polished like CS.
Check out this shadow, dude. The detail.
Check out,
It's like
dude, oh my
that little
God.
light, that little torch light there, dude.
Oh my
it's like
god.
Jesus Christ,
That's pure
dude.
graphics, boys. Oh my
This
god.
is top of the line. This, I
Oh
mean,
my
if this in
God.
4K, you'd be like,
Are my
this is-
shadows all the way up, dude? Oh my god. The fucking the shadows, you know. All that extra work.
just don't get it. Like,
How does
why
this-
are they there if they're not in the soil?
How could this happen?
It doesn't
They
make
let this
sense.
happen.
It
Wait,
doesn't
how-
make sense.
Wait. Is that a box or is that a garden? Is that
That's-
soil?
That's soil. Yes,
in the,
this
yeah,
is
in
like
the
a
middle is
planter,
supposed to be
yeah.
But
dirt.
they're growing. I see what you're saying. They're growing on the wood,
Yeah,
not the soil.
it's not even like they're growing. It looks like they're just like pushed off the screen. Is what it looks like because they like clip into the wall and shit.
That's honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. They like accidentally flipped the textures that they wanted the flowers on.
Alright, well I want a refund on my beta, so
Well, if you right click a rifle, Colin, you request it and then your teammate can buy it for you.
oh well, I've pulled out the blicky and let me tell you boys, I've got it on stickies, so
2 seconds later.
You gotta
One
slow it. It's
enemy
like the
remaining.
Eagle and Sage. You gotta slow it down a little.
well done. Here's the thing, don't look at me.
Sam, were you the one that was off your feet? 10 minutes.
Oh,
Oh, he's
bro.
behind a wall.
I
Dude.
don't know.
Wall being
Just
a lot.
to hold something there.
Hey, I've thrown my gun. There it is.
That is a thing I do really like about
Last player
Wait,
standing.
he's on the left? What?
Oh. Oh, there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
I love it when you
Our Sage doesn't buy and just gets max money, and then so you should just request an AR.
I need a drop. Cheers.
I don't know why she's doing that, but she's doing that.
Very cool.
She buys a frenzy only a frenzy every round.
Oh, good.
I was wondering why she was so useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the worst. That's
She's also not using it's
like Colin is looking at just holding tab. Yeah, what a terrible person.
what a dumbass bitch.
chess.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
Right
Oh,
at the
holy
end of my
fuck.
reload.
Well, that went south immediately.
If I could have just reloaded.
So what I missed?
If I finish the reload, that's a headshot and a half.
You will not kill my allies.
Unrated's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, just keep just shoot him more.
Last player standing.
Dude, I got 20
Can't
kills.
get over that.
Never happens anymore.
He did it.
Defenders
That's what you said. You said you were gonna get 20. You did.
Yeah, can somebody drop me? Can they punch me right in my fucking
So
mouth?
dumb.